Child abuse can leave deep, lasting scars, making it harder to learn in school, to form trusting relationships, to build self-esteem, and to escape cycles of long-term abuse. Montgomery County is extremely fortunate to have the county's child welfare services in the Department of Health and Human Services, focusing on preventing child abuse and neglect. In addition, we are highlighting two nonprofits working to protect their children: Treehouse Child Advocacy Center and Voices for Children Montgomery. Treehouse Child Advocacy Center is dedicated to reducing trauma and promoting healing for child and adolescent victims of sexual abuse, physical abuse, and neglect. Voices for Children recruits, screens, and trains close to 200 local volunteers each year to serve as court-appointed special advocates for abused and neglected children and those in foster care. Montgomery County's child abuse and neglect 24-hour reporting hotline is 240-777-4417. We should observe this month to promote the safety and well-being of all children and families, and to recognize the child welfare professionals who work tirelessly to protect their children. We're going to hear first from Charlie Reagan from Treehouse. We're then going to hear from Francia Davis for Voices for Children, and then I'll read the proclamation. Please.
Thank you, Councilman Katz, and thank you for your support over the years. Has been invaluable to the work that all of us do for the children of Montgomery County. The Treehouse Child Advocacy Center stands as a voice for those who too often have suffered in silence, innocent children who have endured the unspeakable horrors of abuse. Child Abuse Awareness Month is a time for all of us as a community to come together and shine a light on this dark reality that still plagues our society. At the Treehouse, our mission is clear: to provide a safe haven for those vulnerable children, a place where they can begin to heal from this unimaginable trauma that they have endured. Every day we witness at the Treehouse the resilience and strength of these children in the face of adversity, and that inspires us to work even harder in our fight against child abuse. But awareness alone is not enough. We must take action. We must educate ourselves and others about the signs of abuse, empower every member of our community to speak out and take a stand against this injustice. We must continue to support all of these organizations like the Treehouse that provide vital services to abused children and their families, ensuring they have the resources they need to heal and thrive. So together, we can break the cycle of abuse and create a world where every child in Montgomery County feels safe, loved, and protected. So during this month, let us show those who have suffered that they are not alone. Let each of us be their advocates, their champions, and their voices of hope in a world that too often has turned a blind eye to their pain. So thank you, and the county.
Thank you. Please.
Sorry, I'm short. Thank you. Voices for Children Montgomery has been providing volunteer advocates for children in foster care since 1987. We have now recruited, trained, and screened and provided ongoing supervision and support to over 2,600 volunteers serving children who have been abused or neglected, and we have done all that with strong county support and cooperation from our wonderful child welfare department over the years. Thank you.
Did you want to explain what the pinwheel is?
Yes, pinwheel is a symbol of Child Abuse Prevention Month. It's a movement, and so there are programs all over the country who are planting pinwheel gardens today to recognize Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Thank you. Very much. This is a proclamation. Whereas child abuse and neglect is a serious problem affecting every segment of our community, and finding solutions requires input and action from everyone. And whereas child abuse can have long-term psychological, emotional, and physical effects that have lasting consequences for victims of abuse and their families, excuse me. And whereas in Montgomery County, we want to eliminate the risk of child abuse and promote the social, emotional, and developmentally well-being of our most vulnerable population, our children. And whereas a cycle of child abuse can be broken with early intervention, which is essential to ensure that an abused child or adolescent develops into a healthy and productive adult, capable of forming trusting and loving relationships. And whereas Montgomery County is fortunate to have nonprofits and county services dedicated to reducing trauma and promoting healing for child and adolescent victims of sexual abuse, physical abuse, and neglect. Now therefore be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, hereby proclaims April 2024 as Child Abuse Prevention Month. And be it further resolved that the County Council encourages residents to recognize this month by dedicating yourselves to the task of improving the quality of life for all children and families and raising awareness about child abuse prevention. And it's signed by the Council President, Andrew Friedson, and myself. Thank you all very, very much. We're going to give you